Jupiter at Night is presented live in front of an internet audience.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jupiter at Night, our 100th episode. My name is Chris.
I'm Alan.
I'm John. I'm Jeremy, way over here.
It's our first four-host episode.
Yeah,
Wow.
that means that, we're just shattering the illusion.
It is a little janky.
You can see the edges of the green screen.
That happens.
Sorry.
That happens.
We're not really outside.
We wanted to do it for our 100th party. Yeah, we're not really. And that's actually Amsterdam, but you can't tell because there's so many of us in front of it. But
we are there.
totally. Except for on the edge.
That's us. 8 feet of us, anyway.
So it's our 100th episode, and what do you do when you turn 100? Well, you get to be a little self-indulgent, right?
Right.
What? What were you going to say?
Normally when you're 100, you're about ready to...
Hey, Alan, let's keep it
You
positive.
hand out Werther's originals
Yeah, you
to
do
the
whatever
kids,
the hell
right?
you want when
That's
you're
right.
100.
No, this is great because we can go into syndication now.
Right. That's
there
it's
you go.
legal now.
Yeah.
Now it's
All right.
legal.
So the
yeah.
real money is.
Yeah, that's what I hear. We thought we'd kind of go back and we chat a little bit about our favorite Jupiter Nights we've done so far. And we realized that while looking at Jupiter Night, because we do this effing show Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
We used to do Mondays, too.
we kind of,
We had to take a day off.
yeah, we kind of like though we've chronologed. I don't know what you want to call it. Logged,
Chronicled.
Catalog?
chronicled. That's the word.
Chronicle.
That's the correct word.
Yeah, that's the right one. Because some of the bigger things that have happened online since we've launched the show have made their way into the show.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so we thought we'd look back at some of those and cover our favorite moments in the show, and also some of those moments. And then towards the end of the episode, we're going to talk about the future, about some stuff that's coming up.
Because we've been there.
Don't we always talk about the future, though?
Kinda.
It's so much better than the now.
I meant our future. I
We
meant
always
like,
talk about the now.
I meant the future. Oops. I meant like this future, like what we're going to be doing. In the future, that kind of
okay.
stuff.
That's how I'm
All right.
always talking about the
okay.
future.
All right.
Not
Well,
I'm
like
talking about me
DeLoreans.
personally.
The first entry in our favorite episodes comes from the J-Man, and it was actually when we were still in beta,
Yeah.
ways back.
Way back in the day.
I know, back on July 1st, 2010.
Is this the Beta 5? Is that what you're showing right
Beta
now?
5.
This was hilarious. We talked about Queen Tut and the penis conspiracy.
That's right.
It was so much
The penis
fun.
conspiracy?
Okay.
I was in Alaska, so I couldn't even
Well, King Tut's penis is
watch
missing.
these.
Yeah. King Tut's
And-
penis is missing.
Yeah, and so
I have no idea where it is.
it's all in the show
I have an
notes.
alibi.
I don't know.
I think it's in the show notes. I don't know. So that was a good one. I forgot about the penis conspiracy.
Yeah.
And wasn't that one also, like, there were some new findings about King Tut that were kind of controversial, too, that we talked about?
Mainly that his penis
They were
was
saying
missing?
that because of
Yeah.
because they couldn't find his penis, that it brought into light some DNA evidence that suggests that he may not have been quite entirely male.
Right.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Transgendered of some type.
And then he had some diseases, too,
Is he
right?
a hermaphrodite?
Hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite.
All right, so let's jump down now. John and I
Yeah.
are gonna. Here's a little more of how it's gonna work. John
Yeah.
and I are gonna share a list because John's kind of new to the show.
Yeah, I haven't been on. I've
then-
only been on since
And because
November.
if we leave it to
Yeah.
him, he's just going to
Sporadically.
list every episode that he's been in.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Come on,
They
guys.
were-
Let's
they
be
were good
serious.
episodes.
And then
The energy I bring to the table.
and then the Allen man here in the middle here, he's got some of our favorite moments as we go. He'll be reflecting on some of those. So the next one on the list is the one that I picked, and that was the retro tech episode.
I love the freeze frame.
Yeah, this is probably the best freeze frame.
That's a good one.
And that's Jeremy blowing my mind right there.
And you were so confident about it too.
Yeah. This one was fun because we took that date in time that the episode was produced and went back 15 years and covered what technology was like 15 years ago.
Oh, that was a good one.
And then at the
Whoa.
end of the
I did
episode-
like that one.
We also did some speculation about what tech will look like 15 years from then.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
And
That
we're
was
already
fun.
talking about the future.
See,
We're
I told
always
you,
talking about the future.
always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it. I hate proving you right.
Keeps happening.
It happens sometimes.
Well, if we just didn't have the amazing gift of vision, we wouldn't have to do it so often, Jeremy. Why don't we talk about another one on your list? Because this one has a special spot in my heart.
Actually, a couple of them are like this. The ones that kind of stick out to me are the ones that were kind of turning points for
Oh.
Jupiter at Night. Like this one, Beta 6 it was. We
Beta
hadn't even
6.
officially launched the show yet, but we did a review of Moonbase Alpha.
Which is like a moon-based simulator, kind of.
Kinda. And it wasn't very good. But even
Ouch.
though we didn't give it all that good of a review,
Yeah.
the guys from NASA Games actually tweeted me and sent me a direct email and they're like, "Hey, we love your review."
We're passing it around the office. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
They asked me
Even
for
though
a
you're like,
transcript.
Yeah, and we're like, NASA got a hold of us? That's
Right.
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Our episode announcement got retweeted by 2 different NASA accounts on
That's pretty
Twitter
cool.
and everything. It was
You-
like
you
I
gotta
felt like
figure
we
that
were
he's
hitting the
sitting
big
there all day
time.
Like, come on, someone talk about. Someone did. Oh my
We did
god,
something. We did
Shut up,
something. It's a beta, but it counts. It counts.
It's a beta episode. It totally
That's
counts.
awesome. No, that's cool as hell.
So that was our beta 6 episode. And that was back in July 7th, and I did like that one quite a bit. And I guess even though we hated on the game, it shows that
It was also, I think, the first time that we did remote and we realized that it could potentially work.
Oh yeah, you had to
Oh,
Skype in, right?
I did.
What was the reason? I don't remember.
I think it was because I was lazy and didn't have any clean pants.
Oh, okay.
It's too hot. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's been fun about doing a nightly show is that we can kind of play off some of those cliche, like, this holiday is coming up, and today's this day.
We do that.
Yeah, we do. And it's just fun for a daily show to get to actually
We play
recognize.
on it? I thought we just did it.
Well, we
But our take.
our take on it, yeah.
That's
And
playing with it.
Our trademark
yeah,
spin.
I guess you're right. Yeah, okay, sorry.
one of the Johnny John's early entrances into Jupiter Tonight was Shop Like a Man, which was our Christmas shopping trip. Like, you've got 2 weekends left before Christmas. Here's the things you should go buy if you're buying for a dude or for a friend.
You know,
or-
I'll be honest, those gift ideas were terrible.
Oh, we had some good ones. We had some good ones.
We had 1 or 2 good ones.
I had in here the Super C Energy Vitamin Mineral Drink. I love that.
Actually, I bought myself a pack of that.
okay. To be fair, don't you think this is a good list for
Merry
good shopping
Christmas,
for
Jeremy.
Chris?
Yeah, it's a Chris shopping.
Yeah,
list.
I'm going to keep that list around for next Christmas.
I mean, it's
Okay.
good for Chris.
Yeah. You buy that for
exactly.
Chris.
Okay, all right. Now, the J-Man put this on his list for the next one. And
This is actually for you, though.
thanks, Jeremy.
I wanted to point
Oh.
it out because I know that it should be one of your favorites.
This was another beta episode, beta 9. We
Our
talked
last
Jeez.
beta.
You guys peaked early.
Yeah,
I know.
you know what it was? What it was, honestly, is we went all the way back in the history and then just went forward a bunch. Like, well, this is enough good ones right here.
We did it. We did it.
That's all.
We're doing a part 2 of this.
Yeah. So this was Light Peak, and this was when Intel just had announced this back in July 14th of 2010, before Thunderbolt, before the MacBooks had came out, and
Before really anything except the announcement was out.
yeah, and we took a stab on the show at what we thought we would develop, and pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Chris said it was going to be a FireWire replacement, that it would appear on Macs, that
On the laptop
speeds,
and- yep.
everything.
Yeah,
It was-
I even got the 10
Boom,
gigabits.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why when everything and when something
and
new's
the-
coming out, it's like, all right, Chris, well, what's it gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but
This is
What
why
I'd
you
like to
watch
see.
this show, man, because
Yeah.
we've got the future in our brains.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
No.
Now,
sometimes,
John put this one on the list, and I got to give a special mention to it because I totally was like, oh, I remember
is
why
my
you put
least
this on the
favorite.
list.
Oh, yeah, this is so great. Okay.
Hey, wait. Look at that shot. Look at what I'm wearing.
Nice.
Nice.
Only with the jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a nightly show.
So basically, just the reason this was on here, because it was so funny to me that we were doing Harry Potter, and Jeremy was the resident expert. I'd read them too, but he had no idea what the Deathly Hallows were, and that's the entire 7th book, and it is all throughout the book. So,
And it was funny because it clicked during the episode. Like, John realized during the
like,
episode.
wait a second.
I
You don't
never
know what you're
said
talking
I
about.
never said I was the expert.
No, we're just
You're
poking
like,
fun. We're poking
well, Chris
fun.
is like, well, what are the Deathly Hallows? And Jeremy's like, that's the thing, Chris. They never tell you.
You know,
Veto.
Right.
it happens
That's off the list.
It happens to the best of us.
I'm
though,
deleting
because
that from the show notes.
You start reading something, then you put it down, and now this one made the JMads list here, and I actually don't know the story behind this one, but it was the Attack of the Sensational Media, where we
First of all, great title.
yeah,
yeah.
Attack of Sensational Media, yeah.
It was one of our first really soapboxy episodes. We
yeah.
got up and we showed exactly how big news conglomerates just take the news and run with it, and they sensationalize the worst stories and just show crap.
Right.
That they're just crap.
They're just
and these
crap.
are the reasons that they're crap.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was so much fun because we just basically got to stick it to the man.
Yeah, we had some good
We had
points.
another one with the blowhards, and I got a rail on Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hate
Oh, yeah.
her.
I like that episode. I was in that one.
Yeah. Another good
Of course,
one.
it's
Straight to
about
like it.
blowhards.
Yeah. I put this next episode on my list. It was Movie Villain Madness, where we picked some of our favorite movie villains.
I like this one.
And then kind of, had fun going back and forth with the different villain choices and stuff. And that just was a ton of fun. And I've always been a big fan of when we can do a really good movie episode of Jupiter Night, because
All the movie ones
Yeah.
are so fun.
Exactly.
You just
I
get
know.
into conversation that all of a sudden you're talking about like three things separated.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and
it's still
people get so
relevant.
passionate about it. Everybody likes movies. And,
Well, and plus, if
and
we
everybody
did-
has their own opinion.
If we didn't do those movie episodes, we would never know that you still haven't seen Die Hard.
That's
Right,
true.
which
Yeah.
I still haven't.
You
That's
know,
just being stubborn now.
one of the
It really is. It really is.
yeah, one of the number one things you got to do when you get back from Alaska is you got to watch Die Hard.
All right, how about this? In celebration of everyone being here on the 100th episode, I'll watch it tonight.
there you go.
Whoa.
You're
Wow.
gonna like it.
Throw 'em
Holy
down.
crap! Maybe we'll get an update later in the week on how it went.
Well,
No.
tomorrow's episode is going to be a Die Hard review, I think.
Well, no, there you go. I got poker tomorrow.
right.
Thursday,
Thursday.
the movie night.
There we go.
See,
We
I
did
love
that.
the Thursday
we
movie
could read
night.
that.
You
would
could
be
watch. You
interesting.
could watch all four of them.
Let us know in the
I don't
comments.
know if I'm gonna go that far.
You should. You should skip a couple of them.
Yeah.
Because only
all
like,
but
I
the
think only
first.
the first one
No, I like the
is.
third one.
I think the first one's only on the queue.
I like the
That's only
second
I
one.
I think so.
Anyways, if you guys would like to actually hear a Die Hard review, let us know. I think it'd be fun.
But another one, and I just am interrupting you because
Go
I
ahead.
see it.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Yes.
When we talked about Minecraft, because going in, I had absolutely no idea what it was. I thought it even looked kind of dumb.
I'd only
And
seen
then-
the Enterprise build stuff, really.
And then hearing you guys talk about it and seeing it, it's like, oh.
You jumped in. Like, you
Oh,
left.
and then I left, and
Yeah.
within like an hour of leaving, I bought it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
There's two reasons that this ended up on my list. One is that it was enough impetus for us to launch our own online server.
it took
that
off,
just-
too.
It has taken
Oh,
off.
it's
and
crazy.
We have
what's
two
going on.
now.
It's insane.
We have a public and a more whitelisted private
Oh,
Direct-
server.
gosh.
Yeah.
directly just from talking about it on this show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huge
Yeah, people
community
got into
boon.
It was awesome.
And
It was.
you can
I
take a
think it
break
was one of
from
the
it
first
and come
things.
back. Oh, it's great.
You know, we've had a forum for a long time where people could talk to one another, but I think
calling.
having Minecraft was one of the first times that such a large portion of our audience could interact with one another. And the
And-
other thing, and I know you're going to love this because I don't think you remember, after the show, I logged into Minecraft and accidentally burned down somebody's house.
He did. He did. It was great. He was showing
Gotta
me,
go.
He was showing me a video of like someone that burned down, and we were laughing at him. Jeremy was calling him a
So
dumbass
here's
and
the
everything.
story.
And then he goes in and does like this same exact thing. It
On
was
the-
great.
on
And the best part is people can then build like an arson like investigation building.
Right.
And then I can burn that down.
No, what happened, I think if I recall right, is on the live stream pre-show, we were showing Alan videos of Minecraft because you literally hadn't really seen it.
No, I had no
We're like,
idea
well,
what
here's
it
something that
was.
could happen. And Jeremy was like, look at this dumbass. He
Yeah,
burns down
this
his
is
house. Look at
Epic fail
and all,
face.
the whole
fail.
live stream's laughing at the guy and all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah.
And then Jeremy does the
in
same.
the post show.
Yeah, that was great. That
I was just trying to do a little
I was almost
mindless
crying.
deforestation.
I was laughing
and
so hard. And I think that we had just stopped recording and Chris was away.
I was
and
editing, yeah.
I was too busy laughing to even know what
yeah,
was
sadly,
like,
there's no
I don't
evidence
think
of
there's
this.
no. Yeah, there's no.
It might have gone up in
It
flames.
was before we had the Jupiter Backstage YouTube channel where we put that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Started a
Oh,
long
man.
history of him burning things.
But that also it got me talking more to the people in the show because you're just playing that game for hours upon
Yeah.
hours,
And there's people
it's
that watch the show
Hey,
in
it's
there.
it's this guy. It's this person. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is really cool. Now the next pick I have is 2 episodes that were a 2-part series because it was just something fun that we'd never really tried before. And usually a little back behind the scenes for Jupiter Night. We usually have to start either coming up with concepts a couple days in advance or the day of. We have a few brainstorm ideas over
We
chat or
check
something
the
like
news,
that.
we find out what's
Right.
going on.
And so, but that kind of, you get into kind of like a pattern and you find stuff. And we thought, well, let's change it up. Let's break the normal pattern. And so we needed a Hackintosh rebuilt. And it's actually the one we're using to record and broadcast this right now. And so we took that Hackintosh and dropped it right here on the table. And we made 2 episodes, or did we make 3 episodes?
3.
3 episodes
Yeah.
out of fixing the Hackintosh.
it was right around Halloween too, so
Yeah.
it started getting the name Frankentosh. or-
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I just remembered going through and doing that. And that was fun because, we literally tore it out, completely rebuilt it, and then we finished the 3rd episode with it booting.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
We hadn't tried before we turned on the camera. We hit the power button.
And it
after-
worked.
Yep, it was really neat. So that was
Thank God.
Yeah,
was a-
yeah. No,
Could have gone the total opposite direction.
super embarrassing.
Well,
then
that's
you,
also
then you
when-
could have seen the computer being thrown against a wall or something or smashed. It could have been really
Wasn't
good.
that
the
also
other
where
way.
You see like another
the story
Mac
came
booting
out
in the
of-
background.
Wasn't that also where the story came out
replaced
about
really quick.
2 separate builds that I had where when I turned them on, they started smoking?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's scary. Now this one that the
Not
J-Man,
burning.
All. By the way, links to all of these are in the show notes. The next one on the J-Man's list here was actually Johnny John's first episode.
This was an episode I was not in, but when I watched it, because it was your first time back,
thanks.
and I wanted to see how'd John do on our show.
Did he
How'd
fail?
I do?
How much did he fail?
I probably failed. I haven't gone and watched it again.
And to be fair, you jumped in to like the first not an easy topic for your first episode.
No, not at all.
It was Amazon versus NAMBLA.
And it was the first time that we had met.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we're talking about NAMBLA.
And
Hi,
Amazon.
I'm Alan. Let's talk pedophiles.
Yeah, I got a lot to say.
Yeah.
So
I think that was why it was
Yeah.
so great. I died laughing at that episode. I just loved it.
It was kind of a funny one to cover, with Amazon pulling a pedophile book off their shelf.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything of it, and seriously, it was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, what? What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is what I like.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
That sort of
It
hit the
really got me
ground
riled
running
up.
type
Oh,
episode.
yeah. You can always talk a lot about pedophiles.
Now, I have
See my blog.
probably.
Watch your FBI.
Should we chat a little bit about the future plans, or do you have one more you want to cover?
I look like all of them that are on our list.
I went through the main list. Yeah, there's, what it literally is. Like I went chronologically and just started going down, and we got a full list, and there's just a lot of fun different episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always go to JupiterBroadcasting.com and click on the Jupiter at Night logo, and then see all of the episodes we've
An extra thing I did to kind of help us celebrate this is I know some people out there have requested it.
Oh, yeah.
Is I compiled the intros from our first 100 episodes into one 14-minute clip
Oh,
that I think
nice.
Chris is going to put up on our YouTube
Yep,
channel.
Nice.
it'll
That's
be in
pretty
the
cool.
Jupiter Broadcasting YouTube channel, and there'll be a link in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all in chronological order?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nicely done, Jeremy.
So it
gonna
also
get so
shows
annoying,
the
14
advancement
minutes
from
of,
the
like-
beginning.
What?
Yeah, it also shows the advancement from the beginning when we were just saying it, where the sound quality wasn't as good.
Right.
Up until more recent, where we're actually getting user
Now,
submissions.
do you
and-
cut out the repeats, or do you
Yeah.
just... Okay.
Yeah, we
Otherwise,
used
it
a couple.
probably would have been like 25 minutes.
Yeah. I was just curious.
Now, so some of you who watched Thursday's episode know that I made an announcement that I'm sort of reorganizing my life, basically, and through the support of donations, which the Jupiter at Night audience has been awesome, and thank you. And if you're interested in supporting the network and the shows, go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/donate. But as part of that, as we refocus our attention, and starting about probably the next 3 weeks to 4 weeks, we're going to take Fridays where we don't generally have a live show, and we're going to do test pilot shows. We're going to
kind of workshop some new
There you go.
ideas.
just ideas. We've basically got like a handful of show ideas we've been kicking around, and we're not sure which one's the one we want to go after. So we figured we'd try them for a series of Fridays in a row, and we'll release them on our YouTube channel, and they'll be on our live stream, and just kind of get everyone's input. So for the next few months, we're gonna every now and then they'll be labeled appropriately. You're just gonna see a completely new show from us, and we're just gonna want to hear your feedback and see what you think.
Yep, as
I
much
like
feedback as possible.
And we're talking,
Yeah.
we're talking the ideas we've got now. We don't know which one you'll like because we like them all. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that, and we'll talk
Sadly,
more about
though,
that as it
Alan's
comes
going to
up.
be out fishing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so that's kind of why we were talking about doing this, is because...
We should talk about that.
Because we
It
can
would
finally
probably-
get some shit done when you're not here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would probably
Jeez.
be easier just to go on hiatus and shows and
For
you know,
Lotso.
do a Lotso here and there, because also there's not that much news in the summer.
Jupiter at Night not on a hiatus, but possibly Lotso might go on hiatus while
Yeah,
you're
but
gone.
possibly not. I mean, it still could be every other Friday. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of up in the air right now.
But that's kind of what's coming up. We've got Lotso might be taking a slight break, and if we do that, we'll probably do every Friday a new show. Test
If we
show.
can pump 'em
If we
out,
can do
yeah.
it. But if we need to take more time to sort of flesh the ideas out, then we'll slow that down.
Sure.
But that's kind of fun and exciting. So
Another side of that too is there. Some of you out there are interested in doing podcasts or video podcasting. We could talk about guest spots or even helping you produce something. If you've got a great idea, we're always open to hearing those.
sure.
Or trying to steal them from you, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
that's-
if it's a really good
Hey, I wasn't going to say that, but come on.
Email Jeremy at jupiterbroadcasting.com with those ideas. All right, guys. Well, I think that wraps up episode 100. For the 200th episode, we decided we're all going to wear suits.
Chris,
So,
I just
purchase
want to
that.
say thank you.
Yes.
Or just one big suit.
Cover the birthday variety.
Oh, thanks, Alan. You got a little head pad for that.
You did a really good job.
You did a good job, too.
leading us
Actually,
down
I
this
think you were
path.
my co-host for the first beta episode, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't
But
make
it
my
didn't make
list.
the best of, because let's face it, it doesn't belong there.
Strangely absent from Jeremy's list.
Then as soon as Jeremy got in the beta, it's like, okay, this show could work. We could do this. You know, have Alan come in just whenever he feels like it. If he shows up, like, damn it, he's here again.
man.
Gotta make room for a fourth
all right,
mic.
be on.
I don't think so. Everybody's doing a great job. Everybody gets a little internet hug.
No.
And you too, audience, and thanks so much for watching. If you've possibly watched 100 episodes of this, and you know,
And good job
technically,
to you too.
in that 100 figure, we're not counting the beta episodes.
Right,
No,
right.
they're
Those don't
beta.
count.
They're
It's
beta.
their 100 episode numbers themselves. Yeah.
Plus bonus.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I like it.
Included on the DVD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
Director's cut.
Now, like I mentioned, we do this show live over at jblive.tv at 8 p.m. Pacific, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And you're welcome to join us there and get in the chat room and work your way into the show as we do it. And plus, there's always a little bit of a pre-show and there's almost always a post-show. You're doing like a little Dragon Age tonight on the post-show, right?
Dragon Age 2, yeah.
So if you're on the live stream, stick around for that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Jupiter at Night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.